Well, the World Cup of 2022 has been played and it pulled out an incredibly surprising winner. We'll have a look at that in a minute, but we've had a decent mid-season break. We've got some confidence back in the side, so hopefully we're ready and raring to go for our two matches today. One against Brentford and one against Southampton before a FA Cup tie against a non-league side, which we should hopefully be able to win that one, you would think. So, yeah, I talked about the World Cup, and, well, make your guess now, make your prediction now, and I can guarantee nobody would have went for this one. Colombia. Colombia have won the World Cup, beating Croatia of all countries in the final. So Croatia have got to the last two World Cup finals. They won in extra time, and somehow they did it. If you have a look at the third place playoff, Spain and Brazil, that looks more like a World Cup final, but Colombia beat Brazil 5-0 in the semi-final. Croatia beat Spain 2-0 in the semi-final. In the quarterfinals, they beat Belgium. Italy went out then. Bosnia and Herzegovina went to the quarterfinal stage. So that is how crazy this Qatar World Cup has been. England, if you're interested, went out in the second round. They have sacked Gareth Southgate, so there's still a job advert going. I wouldn't say no to it if they approached us, but I'm certainly not going to go looking for it. Morocco got through the groups. I mean, let's just have a little look at some of the teams that went out in the group stage then. Argentina and Mexico both went out. Japan, Sweden. You know, maybe it was just a qualifying job of a lot of teams that you would expect to get through didn't necessarily. I mean, look at this group, for example. Uruguay, Morocco, Jamaica and Qatar. You got to be having a laugh, haven't you? But there you go. That is the World Cup of 2022. Colombia have won it. We've been playing quite a few friendlies. A couple of them were arranged outside of what we did. One against Rangers and one against Brest. We did lose the game against Brest, actually, which I was quite disappointed about. But we smashed the other teams that we were playing in the pre-season friendly, mid-season friendlies, I should say. We've also had a little bit of extra transfer income come. Don't worry too much about those things at the bottom of the screen. It does tend to shore itself up a little bit by the end of the season. I don't really know what happens, but the projections are almost certainly always wrong. So we don't really need to worry about that. We are spending a little bit too much wages, so let's add a little bit more to the wage budget, just so we look like we're doing a good job with it. If you look at the actual projection, though, we're going to be 200 million in debt in a couple of years. Don't worry, again, that won't happen. You know, with the amount of money our owners have got, they're going to keep plugging in the money to the club, so that we're absolutely fine. So I'm not too worried, so neither should you be. So we will be looking to make a couple of additions in January, and if we have a little look at our squad depth, where I'm thinking of mainly is central defence. We want to sign another centre-half. Of course, we play with 3 centre-backs, so if one of them gets injured, it can be quite difficult to replace them. And, you know, we've had that a lot this season, where people have been out and we've struggled a little bit. So that's where I'm going to look to improve, mainly because Koundé has got an injury. He is injured for 6 weeks, so we're going to have to get somebody else in early in January to replace him, even if it's just something till the end of the season. But that's where I'm looking at potentially another striker as well, because Callum Wilson still hasn't scored this season. I know he's only made one start, but hasn't really done a lot to show me that he's still a good player. I mean, last year, you know, after he came back from his injury, he just wasn't the same player. So I'll be looking to offload Callum Wilson in January. He's on 90 grand a week. We can spend that money a little bit better, I think. San Maximin wants to leave, so he's on the transfer list. We'll see what happens with him. Aston Villa are wanting to sign San Maximin Again, hasn't done great this season when he's been called upon. He has actually only played 2 games all year. Isn't that sad for Saint-Maximin? Last year he was okay. So maybe I need to give Saint-Maximin a few more games. Who knows? Who knows? But that's where we're at. So we are ready and raring to go. By the way, we drew 1-1 against Arsenal back in November. It seems like so long ago because you didn't see that match. So that's where we're up to. We're 6th in the Premier League. And we're ready to go again. So this is the team up. Actually, I want to show you very quickly some very positive things in the data hub. I was having a look at this over the mid-season break, and you can see we are absolutely smashing it in most areas. We are well above average compared to the rest of the Premier League. Our passing percentage and our tackles percentage is a bit more average, but I don't think there's anywhere where we are struggling. I think we're doing okay, to be honest, and it's reflected in our league standing. So let's hope that continues today. So let's have a little look at the team that we have selected. We have got Kakia starting in goal. We've then got Tomori, Lascelles and Shea in defence. That is a bit of a problem, that defence. Lascelles and Shea shouldn't really be in there, if I'm honest, and I was tempted to change the formation, but we're doing quite well with this, so let's keep going. Corona and Saka will be our wing-backs, with Willock and Rice in the middle of the park, and Giovanni Reina starting behind Belotti and Calvert-Lewin up top. So let's get into things against Brentford. It should be a match that we're winning, but we know fine well that Brentford have had a good start to the season. They were right up there at the start, along with us, and although their recent form isn't very good. Of course, we're coming back from a mid-season break. Nobody's form is really representative of what it was, and that's what I find really, really fascinating. We could have a completely different second half of the season coming up. It's going to be really exciting. So smash the like button down below if you're looking forward to seeing it. At the moment, we'll see what happens at the end of Season 2. We'll see if you guys want a Season 3. Of course, I will have my second save, or main save, running as well. You guys have hopefully seen that by now. When that's coming out and some details about that. So, yeah, it's sort of up in the air. It's up to you guys. If you want to still see it, smash the like button. Let me know down in the comments, all of that good stuff. He has Isco into the middle. I can't believe Isco is playing for Brentford. That's hilarious. And Isco into the middle again. Ivan Toney had a little go there. Didn't quite go into the back of the net, but he has Roslev to O'Brien to Isco. Now, Onyeka, Veltman. Onyeka to Isco. Onyeka again. Aya. And there you go. End of highlight. But Brentford probably have started the brighter. Here's Corona. Gets it to Willock. Corona again into the middle. It's Belotti with the header. Oh! Off the line. Wow. That was close. And, we've got a free kick here. And it's going to be Giovanni Reina. He scored an absolute beauty in the last episode. Oh! Nearly did it again. Great save from the goalkeeper, though. And no further highlight. But that was really, really good from Reina, and he is looking like he's going to be a free kick specialist. If we look at it, he's only actually a 14 rated in that, which is crazy. When you think how good that free kick was against United, it's you can't believe he's not 15 or more. But here's Corona on the ball, pushing forward now, gets it forward to Andrea Belotti. Belotti still going, back to Tomori, now to Corona, to Calvert-Lewin, and Declan Rice goes for the shot, and that was disappointing, and sort of sums him up really since he's signed. It definitely hasn't been worth the money we spent on him so far, but he is a solid option. Never seems to have a bad game, Declan Rice, but equally never seems to have a good game. Kakia gets it away, Belotti to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin on to Saka now. Ooh, that was disappointing. Here's Mabuemo. O'Brien gets it forward. Kakia comes out and collects. And a very reliable player between the sticks. has Kakia been. Here's Saka now to Reina. The long highlights usually end in goals, and that's a beautiful ball forward to Belotti, who sticks it into the back of the net. And it's 11th goal of the season for Andrea Belotti, and he gets us ahead just before the half-time whistle, and it was a lovely bit of play from us. And Giovanni Reina, excellent through ball. And Belotti, first time shot, straight past the goalkeeper, and that's the quality you get with Andrea Belotti. He's not going to miss those. Here's Ivan Toney to Webster now. Webster to Henry. Here's Isco. Isco on the ball. Veltman to Ayer. Ayer on the ball. Gets it forward to Onyeka. Ayer again. Boots it forward to Roshev. Roshev. Here's Onyeka. And Buemo. And O'Brien, what a shot. But great save from Ugasan Kakia there. That was brilliant from him. Isco now into the middle, and it's a header away. And that is half-time, and it is still 1-0, just about. But that was very, very close to not going in with a clean sheet at the break. That was a brilliant shot. So we need to have a think about the substitutions we want to make here. It's going to be interesting. Good tackle there by Rice. Here's Calvert-Lewin on the ball. Calvert-Lewin, can he whip it in? Yes, he can. Rice with the header, and that was wide. Disappointing. Well, Jamal Lascelles not having a great game, but we don't really have any options other than Declan Rice, who's actually having a good game for once. What did I say? Calvert-Lewis is going to come off, and we'll give Callum Wilson one more chance to prove that he can be the player we want him to be. But I am going to put Declan Rice back into defence, and we're going to bring in Ruben Loftus-Cheek into the centre of midfield and hope that he can play as well as he has been doing from the bench. He has been very much an impact sub for us so far. Reina into the middle. Tomori was there. Couldn't do anything. Here's Corona now. Corona forward to Tomori. Back to Corona now. Corona into the middle. Wilson was there. Couldn't get his noggin on it. Here's Saka now. Another chance. Belotti with the header, and there it is, 2-0. And Saka and Belotti linking up once again, absolutely brilliantly. And we're 2-0 up now, and Belotti with his 12th goal of the season. A shame that Wilson couldn't quite get to that one, but a good header from Loftus-Cheek. And then Saka from deep into the middle, straight onto Belotti's head. It just seems to have Belotti's head on speed dial, because that was just an unbelievable cross once again from Saka. We're going to bring him off now. We're going to stick Omar Richards on instead, just to freshen things up a little bit. But a very good performance, being back at St James's after a long time away. But that could have went better. That could have went a lot better. Onyeka with the shot there. So what happened here? Isco got in Onyeka, back to Pinnock. Onyeka with the shot, and goodness me, I mean, that is pathetic what has just happened there. But hopefully we'll be alright. I'm going to go back to balanced. Oh no, Sivic. Here's O'Brien now. Sivic again, good tackle from Willock, but only as far as their player. But Richards, excellent interception. Now he's bombing down the left. This is what we want to see, but that was poor. And now Brentford are on the attack. Veltman. Oh, but Richards gets it back. Ugakan gets it away, and this just doesn't feel right. It feels like there's a goal coming. Isco whips it well out wide to O'Brien. Can he whip it in now? Oh no, Corona's going to be sent off. Oh no, it's an early bath. It's an early bath. Right then. So what can we do here? I suppose maybe we move Belotti to right back. We just have a three-man midfield. We go defensive. Belotti comes off a trip. Oh. Can Loftus-Cheek play there? No, he can't. Giovanni Reina? No, he can't. Joe Willock? No, he can't. Callum Wilson? No, he can't. Joe Willock can play there, that's fine. Play Belotti in midfield. Why not? Why not? I think Joe Willock can play right back. There you go, full time. Nothing happened, nothing untoward. Therefore, Joe Willock can play at right back. Right? Outstretched arms. I'm pleased we got the result despite not being at our best. I think that's fair. We weren't at our best. To be honest with you, I think Brentford were the better team until we scored the goal, and then things seemed to change a little bit. Belotti, we'll put our arm around him again. I can't believe he wasn't picked for the Italy squad, to be honest with you. I think it was a little bit harsh, but there you go. Continuing our good form. Ever since the defeat to Chelsea, we have been unbeaten in competitive football at least. So hopefully that can keep up against Southampton, who are currently bottom of the league, which I think is, a bit below par for Southampton. I think they should be doing a lot better than that, but actually, they've only had 3 points all year. Watford are having a terrible season as well. I mean, looking at the bottom 5 teams, they just do not look good enough for this level at all, particularly the bottom 4. Leicester City are down there. Goodness me. Where's good old Jamie Vardy? What's happened to Jamie Vardy? Is he gone? Did he go last year? Where's Vardy? Have I just missed him? Jamie Vardy. Or is he retired? I mean, surely he hasn't retired. Is he in the under-23 squad? Well. Jamie Vardy in the under-23s. He's scored 2 goals in 4 appearances this season. Let's just get a little scout report on him. Because I think if we can get Jamie Vardy for 500 grand, I'll have him. And this happened with Aston Villa last year, and then he ended up scoring something like 37 goals at the age of 37 in a season. So, yeah, I mean, that just seems like a wild decision from Leicester. Brendan Rodgers was sacked, and they've brought in Roberto De Zerbi. Who on earth are you? Shakhtar Donetsk manager. He's not going to save you from the Premier League. Wow. Anyway, Southampton it is. Well, a very different type of board meeting here. I was panicking when it said board request meeting, but they want to discuss a new contract, which is rather nice, isn't it? So let's attend the meeting. Let's see what they think. So, we'd like to gauge your opinion on whether discussing a new contract for you would be well received at this point. I think it's a fantastic idea. Let's see. So, hopefully, they will do it. There you go. New contract to be offered. By the way, do you ever have it in Football Manager where you forget you're signing somebody? That's just happened to me. So, we have signed Gabriel Barbosa, which I think is a really, really good signing for £13 million. He's going to come straight into the squad and link up with us. And I think that's possibly where our new striker comes in. I mean, he's had a fantastic couple of seasons with Flamengo over in Brazil. And, he's one of them FM players, isn't he, that he always seems to turn out all right. He's got some excellent attributes on this year's game. Penalty taking 20. I mean, that has got to be a massive positive for us because our penalty taking has been a little bit wishy-washy. So we'll see how he gets on. And you'll see him in his debut a little bit later today. Right then, here we go. We are going to go with pretty much an unchanged lineup. Only Kieran Trippier coming in for the suspended Corona. Everything else we're going to keep the same because, I feel like we played fairly well against, what do we call it? Brentford in the last match. So, yeah, Barbosa will be on the bench today. Hopefully he'll come on, have half an hour. He's only arrived today. I don't think it's fair to stick him out there and expect him to do fabulously on his debut, but he may well do. Who knows? We'll tell everybody that we've got faith in them, and we are going to inspire and motivate everybody Goals win games. Very good, very good. I'm getting to the point in this year's game that I always do, where I just say anything in the press conferences, and that's probably the time that you just need to say, you know what, let's just leave our assistant to it. The only thing I find is that the assistant sometimes makes promises for people in press conferences, which you don't necessarily want to do. So, yeah, that's my only reservation about it, really. But anyway, he has Rice to Lascelles on the ball. Lascelles to Reina now. Reina forward to Willock. Willock whips it out wide towards Saka. Saka now on the ball. Gets it in. Belotti's there. Oh, I thought it was going to be another piece of music that was created there between those two, because they have been absolutely sensational this season. Here he is again. Saka gets it in. This time only as far as the defender. And former Newcastle player Fraser Forster gets it away. Header by Tomori. Here's Reina forward to Andrea Belotti now. What can he do? Belotti into the middle. Trippier to Calvert-Lewin. Oh, how's that not gone in? And the keeper has just absolutely booted it into the stands. Here's Reina now with the corner kick. Header, and it's in. And it's Fabian Schär with that header. And that was absolutely brilliant from him. And what a corner from Reina that was. Usually at the end of a highlight, the corner doesn't result in anything, but that time it did. Brilliant header from Fabian Schär, and we are 1-0 up against Southampton very early on in this match, which is good, and solidifying our place in the top 4, which has snuck up on us a little bit, hasn't it? So, 20 minutes gone. Not too much going on in the match since that intense opening 5 minutes. Here's Saka on the ball. Rice to Calvert-Lewin. Out to Saka again. Is he going to whip it into Belotti? Yes, he is. Oh, nearly again. It's just like clockwork. It is brilliant. Every time, that beautiful crossover from Saka. He is a really special player. And it's a shame that we don't play with wingers. I think he'd flourish even more. Goodness me. Dominic Calvert-Lewin nearly came back with a vengeance there. I mean, those two will be a little bit worried that Barbosa's in the squad now. They know his goal-scoring prowess. And if he comes in and starts scoring hat-tricks, you know, I won't be too disappointed to drop one of them. But what a goal from Giovanni Reina. It would be a shame if this is disallowed, because that was an absolutely terrific finish. I think it is awarded, though. There you go. Brilliant. And, well, it was Declan Rice to Calvert-Lewin into the middle, headed away, but on the volley again. Giovanni Reina starting to find that net with a lot more regularity and consistency. And that's what we want to see. So 2-0 going into half-time, we think. Don't think there's going to be any more chances. There you go, half-time. 2-0 then. So let's point our finger and say, don't get complacent. That's absolutely fine by me. Into the second half we go then, and quite honestly, I think Calvert-Lewin's going to be the first contender to come off for Barbosa. But here's Belotti now to Tomori. Here's Trippier now on the ball. Can Trippier get it in? He can. Here's Declan Rice now. Rice to Tomori to Willock. Willock to Trippier. Trippier forward to Willock into the middle. Belotti's there and he's brought down. It's going to be a penalty, Jeff, I think. Unless Belotti dove, but I don't think he did. That is going to be a penalty. And now it's going to be Belotti that steps up. Can he convert it? Yes, he can. We've got a 20 attribute penalty taker on the bench. But Belotti has slid that beautifully into the bottom right corner. Keeper has no chance. And we're 3-0 up now, and looking like we are by far and away going to win this match. So, Gabby Barbosa can come on now for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And we'll see how he gets on today. Hopefully, he'll grab a debut goal. That's the dream for any manager who's just signed a player. But yeah, I thought for 13 million, I couldn't grumble at all at that. That was a very cheap signing. But, you know, when you're buying a player from Brazil, you're not expecting to pay 30-40 million. But Che Adams has just brought Southampton a glimmer of hope. You wouldn't say that they're back in it, but score another goal and they'll make us sweat a little bit. So we've just got to be a little bit careful here. Let's go into the tactics. What do we want to do? I think Trippier is going to come off. We'll put Manquillo on for him. And what else do we want to do? I will give Jesse Lingard a rare moment or two on the pitch. He hasn't really had much chance to do that this season, which is a shame. We signed him for not very much last season and then signed a load of good players in the summer that can replace him. But here's Belotti. Oh, that would have been a nice assist for Barbosa on his debut. But it's going to be, this time, Bukayo Saka into the middle. Tomori was there, couldn't do anything with it. Here's Jamal Lascelles. End of highlight, and we are very close to winning this match. That was off the post though, offside apparently, although I'm not sure VAR would have agreed with that. So 2 minutes left of normal time, into injury time now, and there you go, full time. And very first match that Barbosa plays in, didn't do anything really. A 6.7, but there you go, nice work, and a 3-1 victory and 6 points out of 6 in an episode for the first time since the start of the season, which is very, very good. And we solidify our 4th place position at the moment. Lottie is going to be going out on loan to Everton, by the way. Probably they'll make it permanent, I would imagine. So you might see a few signings coming in. Can we sell that one? No, we don't want to buy that one. Could we buy it for 800k? Nah. I mean, he's not going to play another 40 times for us, is he? What about them? What do they want? They want their... I mean, to be honest, that would save us 700 grand in the long run. We could sell that one. Yeah. Weird. I don't know how we got into that, but yeah, there may well be some signings that you can see. We're thinking about bringing in Nikola Milenkovic, who is, an excellent central defender. We have put a Bosman bid in for him, but so have Barcelona, so in all honesty, he's probably going to choose them. I did stick another 20 grand on the wage packet to see if he would join us. I thought he'd be another Koundé. But we'll just have to see how things go for the rest of the season. So, when are we going to come back? That is the question. I tell you what, why don't we come back for the double header of Tottenham and Everton, and we'll straddle deadline day, because I think we'll probably have some money left and inevitably panic buy somebody. So, if you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more FM22 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.